week, guys. So this week we're going to explore some new land. Buddy of mine, Dave, that for any of you viewers that have watched any of my older videos, have seen him before. Well, they're not that older. I mean, I don't even have a year's worth of videos, but you know what I mean. Previous videos, you've seen Dave. He's camped with me a couple times. 2 years ago, I want to say, probably wrong. He bought he bought a land and some house. He bought a house and some land. It's like 25 minutes for me, so it's not even a very far drive. He's done some exploring on the land a little, but he said, hey, why don't you come check it out, see what you can find. Said you can even take my side-by-side. I said, deal. I'm always down to explore some new territory, and it is also pretty much prime ramp season for north central West Virginia. So I'm going to definitely look for some of those, and I just remembered I forgot my little ramp digging tool that I made, so that's neat. It's basically just, I don't know why the roads in this state are so terrible. Anyway, it's like I think it's a piece of square tubing, and I cut 2 little triangles, and it just kind of goes down and around to the ramp itself, and you can kind of dig the bulb all out at once without wrecking it. So that would have been handy. But yeah, ramps aren't that hard to find around here. In the more mountainous regions, they're a little bigger and whatnot. But I'm not too picky when it comes to ramps. I'm happy with any of them. So if I can just find a handful, I'll be content with that. I like to do mine in fried potatoes, so that's my plan for those. And then I need something to go along with it. I haven't had like a good brat in a while, bratwurst. So I'm kind of thinking something along those lines. Sausage sandwich, maybe, I don't know. This is going to be my first hammock camp of the year, because right now it is just shy of 80 degrees. And I'm going to double check, but I'm pretty sure the low tonight was only supposed to be like 60. I'm going to be camping off of his side-by-side, and it's a 4-seater with a bed. So there's plenty of room. I don't really need to skimp on room, but I don't want to haul a ton of stuff up there. So I wasn't looking to go any, like, too crazy with something to make for dinner. If you guys watched last week's video, I tried out my homemade folding-legged camp grill, and I made it too tall. And I said that I needed to cut it down a little bit. I did that. I took 3 inches out of it. So I shouldn't have to have such a huge fire under it to get it going. So I'll try that out again, see how 3 inches does. If it's not enough, I'll cut some more off. I definitely made the legs plenty long enough. And if you'd like to see me building that grill, look back 3 videos now, I think. Kind of see a DIY of how I threw that thing together. But yeah, that's pretty much the plan. Ramps, hammock camping, and some exploring on a side-by-side. I want to say he said 33 acres. I don't know. He sent me a map of like the border, so I know where to stop. I definitely don't want to do any trespassing. But first off, grocery store. So stick around. We'll see what we can't find to make for dinner. All right, we're officially at the grocery store. Let's see what we can find here. Well, this store has a pretty terrible selection of brats. So we're just going to try some smoked pork brats. Yep. Definitely a little disappointing. I was kind of hoping for like a jalapeno and cheddar. It's usually more of my style. So yeah, I guess it's going to be smoked pork brats and ramp fried potatoes, as long as I can find ramps. But this is me we're talking about. All right, I got this thing all packed down, and typical me, I said I won't take a ton. Well, I mean, it's not that much, I guess, but it's too much, that's for sure. More than I need for one night camping by myself. This thing is fancy, by the way. I always forget until I'm in it again. But this thing literally has like air conditioning, which I'm going to do because it is. Is that on? I don't know what. I think that's on. I don't know. Cold? Yeah. Windshield wipers, windows. Like, this is entirely too fancy for me. Nicer than my vehicle. So yeah, I'm gonna be going up to these woods here and see if I can't figure out where I'm going. Well, it sure didn't take long to go the wrong way, I think. It's like a big valley over there. I don't really see a path. And this certainly does not resemble a path. Definitely don't want to go down over that. I don't know, that kind of looks like a trail. I'll kind of go for this. Over a stick or two here. Oh yeah, this is kind of opening up. I think I might be onto something here. I want to say, yeah, like that looks like kind of a path. That kind of definitely is a path. I think you said these are old logging roads, maybe. I don't know. We're gonna keep going up. See how that goes. Okay, so I recall him saying that there was a fence somewhere. Well, yeah, so there's the fence. This is the first property line I've come across. It's kind of a field over there. He did say there's a horse that will come visit you, but I don't see him, so I think I'm gonna turn around and find a new trail. Well, we got one obstruction already. See if I can't cut this out and keep going down the path there. As you can see, there's a lot of fallen stuff around here. Shouldn't be hard to find firewood, at least. Well, I've already got myself into a predicament. That's great. Camera does really not a lot of justice, but that's level. It's not super steep. It's not gonna like flip over, but happens to be right next to this big ravine that you can't really tell how big it is. I'm just sliding right down in it. So, see how this winch does. I'm gonna need that. All right, so I don't know where to look exactly for some ramps, but just gonna kind of start hiking around here and see what I can't find. Well, this is never my luck, but I did not walk very far and just happened upon some. This is odd for me. I want to get some of these dug up. Shouldn't actually need a bunch. So I can get these dug out of here without completely wrecking them. That's going to be the impressive part. Oh yeah. Yeah, I should clean up nicely. A few more of those and I'll be good to go. Had to borrow his child's shovel. Glad I found that though. Yeah, there'll be plenty for dinner. There's plenty more there. I think I'll dig those up in the morning before I leave to take home. No point in digging them out right now. I know where they're at. All right. Let's see if we can find somewhere to camp. Well, I think this is going to be home for the night. You can't tell because it's all a hill, but I'm actually standing on like the flattest part of it. It's kind of a path out through here. And there is a good bit of wood laying around, so that won't be hard to find. This spot here is kind of flat. We'll knock this all clean for a fire pit. Normally, I would line up rocks, but
None. Like I've hardly seen any up here unless they're massive. So this entire hillside is slick. This has been rough going. I've not like covered nearly as much of it as I thought I would, because it's just all hill, and this thing just keeps sliding down and down and down and into trees, and it's terrible actually. So maybe we'll have to revisit this place maybe in the summer after it's been dry for a while, and see if we can't get around a little bit better, because I'd like to build like a more permanent, like actual camp up here somewhere. But anyway, for now, I'm gonna go and get me a little fire pit going here, round up some wood. I've definitely burned up enough time now that it's kind of getting later on in the evening. I really don't want to catch a bunch of leaves on fire. Alright, so I think that's plenty of firewood, at least for now. Definitely plenty around if I need more. Go ahead and get this fire going. I really need to like stop and take some time to make some fire starters. That would be nice. Oh yeah. Fire going in no time. All right, fire's going pretty good. So we're gonna get this on there. Last video I said it was too tall, so I definitely cut some off, drilled new holes, so it's 3 inches shorter. So we'll see how much better that does now. All right, so I meant to bring a bowl to clean ramps with. Didn't do that. But I do have this water jug, so then what I'll do is cut it in half. That way I'll have two different areas to kind of rinse and clean. I don't know. Let's see if it works or not. Because these things can hold a lot of dirt. I like to give them a pretty decent, like two-stage rinse. There. Get all that stuff off the bottom. Slimy layer off. Alright, now I think we're ready for a little rinsing action. Start with a little bit. Kind of get the bottoms down in there. And a little dirt ain't gonna kill me. I'm not overly concerned with it, but kind of knock like the majority of it off anyways. So you can already see there how brown the water is. And give them one more. And soak myself. Soak myself again, perfect. So as you can see now, it's cleaner, but there's still a little gunk in there. So now I'm just going to kind of give them one more on what's left. Alright, so now that ought to do it. Pretty clean. Good enough for me. Now, what I need to do is get the skillet out, get some potatoes going. I'll need a little butter. Potatoes. I feel like the skillet's going to be pretty good and warm already. I'm going to go ahead and start with a half a stick. That is way hotter than I thought it'd be. Go ahead and get our pre-cut up potatoes going here. Dump a few of those on the ground. That's all I wanted to do. I don't really like scraping a non-stick with tongs. I'm trying not to, but I definitely forgot any other cookware stuff. All right, let's go ahead and get a few of these in here. A few of the white parts. A little green in there, nothing too crazy. Smoke straight in my mouth, can't see or speak. Yep, that's pretty bad. Let's go ahead and get the rest of these in here. Cannot even breathe or see. If you can see that or not, but ramps have a strong oniony aroma anyways, but wow, that smoke kills me every single time. But that is already looking pretty tasty. I also decided that I want to try some of this in there, because this stuff is not that bad on potatoes. Just kind of go, oh, that's too much. All right, so I think while my potatoes are cooking, I should probably figure out somewhere to hang a hammock for the night before it gets too awful dark. The sun's pretty well down. So if you can see behind me, there's a few trees around, but they're either too close together or way too far. There's a tree right here, right between me and you. Now I thought about hanging the hammock from, just because it's close to the fire. But it's only supposed to get down to 60 tonight, and that's at like 5 or 6. That's like the lowest is 60. So I don't think I'm going to need the fire to stay warm. I think actually with my sleeping bag, it's probably going to be too warm. So I think what I'm going to do is maybe just run from here all the way over to there. I have ratchet straps. I mean, I can make it reach. I have ratchet straps and hammock straps. So I definitely don't have anything extremely fancy for a hammock. This is one of these ones that kind of folds into itself. I got this off Amazon like 3 years ago, probably longer ago than that. I don't know, it's been a while. It was like 16 bucks then. I don't know what it costs now, but yeah, this thing's been pretty sturdy. And then the hammock straps are just these common, like, regular hammock straps. Yeah, they're not going to be long enough to reach from there to there, so I'm going to do my best and make it up with the ratchet straps. That little twig caught me directly in the eye. That felt terrible. Yep, that little branch got me right in the eyeball. The only problem with me is I like my hammocks really tight. I don't like to be arched really back because my back is garbage. So, no, that's actually not that bad at all. Alright, so one ratchet strap will do it. Say that I'm definitely burning my potatoes by now. Better check those. Oh no, they're coming along great actually. All right, made a change. I made that in the long end. That way I'm kind of down here closer to everything. I mean, I know it doesn't matter, but should work out just fine. I like the ratchet straps actually because I can tighten that really tight to where it doesn't sag too bad. I may have to like test it and level it, but it's gonna do it for that. So potatoes are pretty close to done. So it's time for brats. Too afraid to do a big old fancy chef flip, but I can do it a little bit without losing it all. But I gotta say, those are looking pretty tasty. All right, dinner finally done. Got our brats done. I like a little color in mine. I don't like them like overly dark, but got a little more of this jalapeno cheddar. Kind of felt like that might be good on one. I don't know. I'm gonna try it anyways. Man, it's cheese sauce. I can imagine it could be terrible. I didn't even think about it until I like bit. how hot that could be. Thought it was too late, but it's actually not that crazy hot. I mean, it's definitely not the worst thing I've ever had. Like, it definitely doesn't taste overly smoky, like at all. It's like a little bland, really, but it's not terrible. Nope. You guys just about watched me flip out of a chair and launch my dinner. That would have made me angry a lot. Splashed my beverage. I'm just gonna set that on the ground so it'll spill over there instead of on me. Well, this has been one exciting dinner. Now, let's try these potatoes. I'm pretty excited about these because I have not had ramps in a hot minute. I don't know where to put that skillet. Boy, doesn't do it much justice, but that's not a bad looking plate of tates. I didn't cheese them completely. I mean, I've never had cheese on a potato that wasn't good, but I wanted to try it without it. Bug, right in my eyeball. Brought the flimsiest fork ever made. Yep, that's not too bad. I like that. Somehow, I actually did not go overboard with the slap your mothers. The ramps look burnt, like they're dark, but I found that it kind of milds out the flavor, like it blends together the more you cook them, I guess. I don't know. That doesn't make any sense. You can ignore that if you'd like. Anybody else out there have ramps where you're from? Like, from what I understand, like pretty much all of like Appalachia has them. Not really sure about anywhere else. I've been chewing on those potatoes for a minute. I made too much. I'm glad I only went with 2 of the broths. That time again. I have a new hot sauce to try. It's not, I guess it's not hot sauce. It's a pepper sauce and condiment. It's another Melinda's habanero honey mustard. It has 3 out of 5 flames. So it might have a little kick to it. Like, I like honey mustard, but most honey mustard to me is too sweet. So I'm hoping the habanero flavor kind of levels that off. I don't know. Smell test. Definitely smell the habanero. Okay, that has a lot going on. You can definitely taste everything in there. You can taste the habanero, the honey, the mustard. Like, it's weird. I've never seen like every flavor so defined. Like, it has a kick, but not like normal habanero, like heat, I guess. Try it on here. Come on. I mean, it's not bad. It's not terrible. Thing is, I can still taste like a lot of the honey. I don't care for sweet in a lot of things. I feel like if it was just habanero mustard, it would be a lot better. Like, I can't think of the brand, but there's a jalapeno mustard out there that's really good. I like it. I would say for normal people, that like honey mustard and like spicy, you're probably gonna like that. Like, it has everything you're looking for. Me personally, probably won't get it again. No, forgot. More potatoes. I am very full, but I'm not wasting those potatoes or rams. But I'm not gonna make you guys sit and watch me eat the rest of this, so I'm gonna polish off these potatoes. I'm done with that. Go away. Whew, I could have done with half of those potatoes at best. All right, I'm gonna kick this grill off here. Add some more wood to that. It's cooling down a little bit, but it still feels really nice out. I feel like this is gonna be a good night of sleeping outside. I think it's officially time to sit back and relax a little. Well, the fire's been nice, but it's pretty much died out. Well, I mean, there's still a little bit left, but not a lot left. You can kind of see the moon at night a little bit. I know the camera's going to do no justice whatsoever, but I guess I'll find out when I edit this. You can see the town off in the distance. You can see my shadow. Well, maybe. Yeah, I can't see nothing on the screen. I'm gonna say probably not, but anyway. There we go. So I got the hammock pulled nice and tight. I'm gonna try my best without falling out of here. So I'm definitely falling out of here. So I'm gonna try to at least get it on camera if I do. I think it's officially time to attempt this. When I ain't got my hoodie on, even though I don't think I'm gonna need it. Oh, this is gonna be terrible. There's no way I'm not falling right out of this thing. Oh, that's a long ways down that way too. I heard a creak. It's holding me. It's holding me for now. Okay. Let's see if I can get these boots off. You guys probably didn't hear that, but that was definitely an odd creak from down that way where the ratchet strap is. I don't like this at all. Easy. No. Got a leaf on my foot. Yep, I don't trust this too much at all. Okay, I'm technically in, and I'm not on the ground yet. All right, this might work. Might just work. I haven't got a direct view of the moon for now. Yeah, this is not like even at all. You guys can see that or not, I doubt it. My feet are down too low. Well, anyways, I'm gonna sleep like this until I can't anymore. Good night for now. Well, finally got all my junk cleaned up, I think. Make sure I didn't forget anything. So now, see if I can get off this mountain without getting stuck anymore. All right. Let's try this. Finally back in my own vehicle. I know one thing, it feels nice to be back on flat ground. Looking at it from the bottom, it definitely looked steep. I mean, it's not like I was surprised by any means, but it's also a lot wetter than I thought it would be. Like every bit of the ground is just damp. And then of course there's runoff and valleys, and yeah, so all that kind of caught me by surprise. Plus that thing is pretty big. So every little slip it would just start going. I ended up down over the hill a couple different times, so luckily he has a winch on it. But yeah, pretty good night. Slept pretty well, didn't get cold even slightly. I actually fell asleep outside of the sleeping bag and woke up a couple hours later and just assumed I'd be cold, so I just got down to the sleeping bag, and I don't know why I really wasn't even cold. So the second time I woke up, I actually woke up warm, like too warm. So yeah, pretty excited for this nicer weather, that is for sure. Right now it's 60 degrees already, and it's not even 9 a.m. yet. So yeah, definitely excited to find some ramps. That's the quickest I've ever found any, that's for sure. And I did remember to stop and grab some on the way out too. Definitely gonna go home and have some more of those. My propane burner that I make coffee on still broke. I didn't get a chance to rig that up from breaking it last week somehow. I think it just shook around in the back of this thing. But I did find this. I've never seen these before. Cafe Latte Monster Java. The sun is like blasting through. You can even read that. Drive with my knee. That's safe. Yeah, I've never had these. See how this goes. Yeah, that's not bad. Definitely not overly sweet or anything. Kind of not too shabby. I definitely have hot coffee through the warmer months, but not as much. Cold coffee usually hits the spot when you wake up and it's like already humid out. Hopefully next week I can find some morel mushrooms, because I'm really excited for those as well. Ramps will definitely still be up, so I'll definitely find some more of those and probably incorporate those into next week's food as well, maybe. So yeah, that's pretty much that. Got to explore some new land. Definitely have to go back up and make another video when it's warmer out and dry and I'm not sliding all over the place. So yeah, tune in next week. We'll get into some more adventures, find somewhere new to go maybe. But for now, thanks for watching.